From Apple Valley News Now, First Alert Weather with Chief Meteorologist Josh Colbreth.
Good Thursday morning. This scene is definitely a lot quieter as opposed to what it looked like just 24 hours back, as we are seeing some light snow showers up in the Blue Mountains and elevations above 3,000 feet. That's about it for now. Snow levels will be raising up to around 3,500 feet a little bit later in the day. We're tracking some thick fog in the foothills right now. Also some fog. Of course, there's always thick fog up in the Cascades around this time of the morning and around this time of the year. So in those areas, take it slow and use the low beams. Right now, temperatures are in the 30s and 40s in the Kittitas and Yakima valleys. We're at 38 in Ellensburg, 36 in Yakima, but we're right around 40 for the basin and for the foothills of the Blue Mountains. 40 in Walla Walla, 41 in the Tri-Cities. All of us need a heavy jacket for this morning. Thankfully, the windbreaker maybe not as necessary, as the winds aren't nearly as strong as they were just 24 hours back. Here's the bottom line for the forecast. We're going to have another very wet storm system in Thursday and Friday, not looking as wintry. A drier storm system in a Saturday and Sunday, and then a repeat of that into Monday and Tuesday. So I'll break it all down coming up on Good Morning Northwest, which starts right now.
Straight ahead on Good Morning Northwest, the bomb cyclone that slammed into the Pacific Northwest causes destruction and death in Washington. We have the details, plus which areas will be affected today. And updates on the case of Bryan Kohberger, the man accused of killing 4 University of Idaho students 2 years ago. What an Ada County judge ruled regarding the possibility of the death penalty. Also ahead, a follow-up on the storage facility fire in Kennewick, why it's affecting a big event in the Tri-Cities that's been planned for months. Good Morning Northwest starts right now.
This is Apple Valley News Now. Good Morning Northwest on your side.
Good morning, everyone, and thank you for joining us for Good Morning Northwest. I'm Jessica Jalal. It is Thursday, November 21st. Happy Thursday. We're going to start your top stories off with some traffic news. Now, parts of Interstate 84 in Oregon were shut down yesterday due to multiple car crashes. Around 8 a.m. on Wednesday, high winds caused a car to overturn on I-84 westbound at milepost 221, which is just 12 miles east of Pendleton. The crash blocked both lanes, and it took a few hours before the lanes could be reopened. Now, these next pictures on your screen were just a half a mile away from Manastash Ridge. An Apple Valley News Now viewer, Shailene Imholt, sent us these pictures of her property. Manastash is just above the city of Ellensburg as you're heading westbound, but you can clearly see this was more than just a dusting. This was due to the higher elevation. Now, in the city limits of Ellensburg, about 1.5 inches of snow was reported, and we also heard about light snow in Moses Lake, reported by another viewer. Now on to the bomb cyclone that slammed into Washington, Oregon, and British Columbia. We've learned that at least 2 people have died. In Bellevue, the storm caused a tree to fall on a house. It landed on and killed a woman who was in the shower at the time. The high winds caused massive power outages across the West Coast, and by early yesterday morning, there were more than 500,000 customers without power, according to PowerOutage.us, with Washington leading the outages with nearly 500,000 customers. Oregon had 15,000. In continuing coverage on the case of Bryan Kohberger, the death penalty is still a possibility for the man accused of killing 4 University of Idaho students about 2 years ago. An Idaho judge ruled yesterday that prosecutors can continue to pursue the death penalty against Kohberger. The defense attorneys argued it would violate his constitutional rights, protecting him from cruel and unusual punishment, and that it would violate international law, among other concerns. An Ada County District Judge, Steve Hippler, says the claims are not strong enough to counter existing case law and precedent. In community news, a new campaign at Comprehensive Healthcare in Yakima is already showing promise when it comes to hiring healthcare workers amid the national shortage. Now, Comprehensive Healthcare launched the What We Do Means More campaign, and this is to help recruit more employees as recruiting is even more difficult in a rural area, and they say this needed to go beyond career fairs. The campaign features a new webpage with employee testimonials, job postings, and information about extra benefits such as tuition reimbursement, student loan assistance, and opportunities to advance. It also focuses on how behavioral health workers impact the community.
The work that we do here is important. No matter what your role is, you're contributing to this overall community impact for good, for positive change.
Comprehensive Healthcare also says they launched this campaign at the end of October, and they've already seen a sharp uptick in the number of applications that they're receiving. Up next on Good Morning Northwest, we touched on the havoc our region faced from the bomb cyclone yesterday, but now an atmospheric river could be bringing record rainfalls just below us in California. With the details after the break, but first, Chief Meteorologist Josh Colbreth will have how your weather is faring for today, and that's in his first alert forecast. We'll be right back.
There is a place where magic seems to hide around every corner, where cherished memories are born in twinkling snowflakes, where enchanting adventures await all who explore. Where is this real-life winter wonderland? Nestled by the lake is Coeur d'Alene's Holiday Light Show. Be the first to see our all-new grand floating Christmas tree, with holiday getaways starting at only $246.
When you get hurt on the job, you never know if you're going to get paid by Labor and Industries. Let Bothwell and Hamill fight on your behalf for your workers' comp. We can often increase your compensation. The sooner you call us, the better. If you were hurt at work, let us go to work to get you benefits.
Call 509-584-4411 for a free consultation. Bothwell and Hamill.
McCreary's been around so long. A lot of people bought their cars here. Our customers are somebody that wants to be able to come back to us after they buy that car for whatever reason.
Which is one of the reasons we do take so much effort in making sure that they're going to be drivable for a long period of time.
So it's your daily journey. And so it's a lot more than just purchasing or something or a quick transaction. We're going to be here tomorrow to help you with whatever's on the car. Buying pre-owned with McCurley means your vehicle meets a higher standard.
Find your way home in a McCurley certified pre-owned vehicle from Mercedes-Benz of Tri-Cities.
Lose yourself in the magic of the most wonderful time of the year at Cirque Dreams Holidays. It's the perfect gift for the entire family.
Cirque Dreams Holidays, December 5th. Tickets on sale now at CapitolTheater.org.
These are real people seeking solutions to real pain.
I have plantar fasciitis.
My feet, my knees, hips, and back.
And then they were fit with Good Feet arch supports. Clinically proven. Significant pain relief in only 4 weeks.
I'm not feeling any pain. My heel, that's where I always feel it.
Pressure off your knees?
Yeah, actually. I didn't notice any pain in my back. I feel like I could walk all day in these.
Take back the life you love and book your personalized arch support fitting today.
Many of us may be at risk for pre-diabetes, but making healthy eating choices can help prevent it. Discover how at applevalleyNewsNow.com.
Diabetes Awareness Month, sponsored locally by Prosser Memorial Health. This is how we care.
Smoke City for Less. We are open 7 days a week with now 5 locations.
From Apple Valley News Now, First Alert Weather with Chief Meteorologist Josh Colbreth.
Welcome back to Good Morning Northwest. Wanted to pass along a couple past reports. First, we'll start at Stevens Pass, where it's just a little slushy out there. No chains required, but I did want to pass along that there is going to be an avalanche control at 9 a.m. from milepost 58 to milepost 64, so that will definitely cause some traffic delays on US Highway 2. And then we want to take it over to Tollgate. That's at Oregon 204. Pack snow. There are chains required if you're towing from milepost 10 to milepost 39, so that is something to keep in mind if you're traversing that highway. Okay, here's your day planner for today for lower elevations. By 8 this morning, could have a few showers on the map. Temperatures in the 30s in the Kittitas and Yakima Valley, low to mid 40s in the Basin and foothills. By lunchtime, looks like all of us are going to be in the 40s. There will be a chance for showers for all of us at this point. And then by 4 p.m., looks like maybe some light showers could hang around in the valley. Should be dry in the Basin and in the foothills, but we're expecting that next big time blast of rain to impact us into the late evening and into the wee hours of the morning of Friday. So for today, it's going to be cool. It's going to be damp. Our high temperatures are going to be seasonal, though, for this time of the year. Winds should be light for the most part. They could gust out of the south upwards of 20 miles per hour in the Blue Mountains. And then for tonight, they'll pivot out of the south and east, gusting between 20 to 25 miles per hour for the Blues and for the Cascades. Overnight lows dropping down into the 30s and 40s, but again, at this point should be widespread wet weather, and I'll show you that with Futurecast coming up in a few minutes.
Thank you, Josh. Now, in weather news in other parts of the country, we're learning an atmospheric river could bring record floods in California today. This follows deadly wind and blizzard conditions from the historic bomb cyclone that hit our region yesterday. An atmospheric river is like a fire hose of moisture in the air, and a bomb cyclone can work with it and cause days of torrential rain. Forecasters predict the worst flooding will be around Northern California. Parts of it could get a record of 16 inches in 48 hours, with more rain in states farther north and feet of snowfall at higher elevations. The broader region is still recovering from this week's bomb cyclone. The National Weather Service in Medford, Oregon, says it's tied for the most intense ever in that location. And officials say 2 Seattle area women died due to falling trees. And forecasters say another bomb cyclone could develop along the atmospheric river tomorrow. Up next on Good Morning Northwest, the Yakima Fire Department has previously donated 3 firefighting rigs to the fire department in Morelia, and now they're helping out some more. After the break, we have that story plus Josh's full weather forecast. Keep it here. We will be right back.
During the Black Friday Super Sale at Furniture Row, the more you buy, the more you save. Save $100 on every $1,000 you spend and watch the savings stack up. Check out special purchases while they last, or get 60 months no interest. The Black Friday Super Sale, on now at Furniture Row.
It's time to secure your RV for fall camping from your destination store in Pasco. Broadmoor RV Superstore is jam-packed with new 2025 models with all new floor plans, and they're all priced to sell. Our professionals can help you choose your RV for fall camping and take advantage of the great deals so you can be ready for next spring. Family owned and operated since its inception. Broadmoor RV, the #1 travel trailer dealer in Washington State. Broadmoor RV, your destination store in Pasco.
Have you ever had a day like this? Bad days are why we got in the game. Capuzza Lighty, accident injury lawyers.
Dishwasher on the fritz. Laundry giving you fits. A water heater that quits. In a world without Culligan, hard water makes life harder. Get a Culligan softener, the world's best. Put your water worries to rest.
Next live, Law & Order's Maura Tierney, plus Thanksgiving family favorites, and Friday.
No joke. No joke.
Cher comes to live.
Today at 9 on Apple Valley News Now.
It's the Black Friday Super Sale at Denver Mattress. Right now, save $100 on every $1,000 you spend. Take $100 off our Doctor's Choice lineup, any size, any model. Or get 60 months no interest and free shipping. The Black Friday Super Sale, on now at Denver Mattress.
Election night 2024 may be over.
Donald Trump will be the 47th president of the United States.
As the transition of power moves forward, stay with ABC News and Apple Valley News Now for the coverage you trust. Apple Valley News Now, on your side.
Next, E.T. Lindsay Lohan on her holiday movie return. Plus,
I'll see y'all at the CMA Awards.
From Nashville to Hawaii, we hop to Honolulu for more Moana 2 exclusives. Next, E.T.
Tonight at 7 on Apple Valley News Now.
This newscast sponsored by Mariano Morales Law.
From Apple Valley News Now, First Alert Weather with Chief Meteorologist Josh Colbreth.
Welcome back to Good Morning Northwest. We continue to track these showers, these snow showers that are starting to increase now in the Blue Mountains out of the south. Snow levels around 3,000 feet, raising up to 3,500 feet a little bit later in the day. So we'll go ahead and put all this into motion with Futurecast. You can see we'll have these different rounds throughout the day, just kind of splotchy coverage. But by the time we get into the afternoon, looks like we're going to be drying things out, right? Wrong. It's a little bit of a red herring as we have this next big blast of rain and some mountain snow arriving from the south and west, and this will be our problem around midnight as we transition into Friday. And look, we get lulled into that sense of dryness again for parts of Friday, but then we have another big time round that's going to enter the picture from the south and west pretty close to dinner time. This is 5 p.m. and this will be our problems as we head into Saturday, but this looks more like it's going to be Blue Mountain centric. Here's some of the water totals we're expecting over the next 48 hours. We're thinking up to an inch in the Blue Mountains, up to 3/4 of an inch, not just for the Cascades, but also for the Blue Foothills, also for the Lower Columbia Basin, also for the Yakima Valley. So all of us getting some very beneficial rainfall from this, a little bit less beneficial in the Kittitas Valley. Snow levels, like I mentioned, between 3,000 and 3,500 feet for today, up to 5,000 feet by the time we get to the wee hours of the morning on Friday. That's really going to put a cap on how much snow we could actually see from the storm system. Snow levels will drift down a little bit more into Friday afternoon, down to around 4,500 feet. But again, the moisture in the cold air not going to sink up as well this time, so we could get a few inches of snow for our Cascade passes, maybe a couple for some of our Blue Mountain passes. And I think that's about all she wrote in terms of the snowfall from this storm system. And then for the follow-up storm system in a Saturday and Sunday, we're just not even going to have the amount of moisture as this previous storm system, as we'll get less than 1/10 of an inch of water for the valleys and basin, not that much more for the foothills or for the mountains. And in terms of the snowfall that we could see from this one, also some pretty modest totals. Then we'll have a follow-up storm system in a Monday and Tuesday. That one also not looking that impressive. High temperatures will stay pretty seasonal over the next 7 days, although subtly cooling off in the next week. Here's the 7-day forecast for the Tri-Cities. We'll see rain likely Thursday and Friday, turning drier and cooler for Saturday and beyond. Then in Yakima, the wettest day for the foreseeable future will be Friday, then little shower chances stick around Saturday through Tuesday. In Ellensburg, similar to Yakima, a wet day on Friday, then persistent small shower chances Saturday through Tuesday. In Hermiston, wet weather likely for the next couple days, drier and cooler overall for Saturday through Wednesday. Then in Walla Walla, showers likely through Saturday, cooler with small shower chances sticking around for Sunday and beyond.
Thank you, Josh. Now, the Yakima Morelia Sister City Association is in its 25th year of operating, and Apple Valley News Now's Emily Goodell tells us they're celebrating with a special send-off.
Through the association, the Yakima Fire Department has already donated 3 fire rigs to the city of Morelia. Now they're up to number 4. This fire engine is past its 10 years on the front line and its years as a backup engine, and Yakima no longer needs it.
It's going to be higher tech equipment than what they already have, so it's going to bring a higher level of service and allow them to provide that to their community down there. This is great for the city of Yakima as a whole, that we get to take equipment that is still running and functional and donate it to our sister city in Mexico.
Over 2,500 miles away in the city of Morelia.
It's a city between Guadalajara and Mexico City. It's a city about 1 million population.
And a busy fire department in need of new equipment.
We have a lot of work, a lot of fires and accidents and everything, so it's going to be in the station in the south part of the city.
The donated fire engine, just the latest effort in a relationship between cities that spans decades.
I think it's going to really enhance our relationship with them, but also benefit them too a lot, the lives they're saving. I always say, what is one life worth, and I think it's worth the effort.
You can learn more about the Yakima Morelia Sister City Association at yakimamorelia.org. Reporting from the Yakima Newsroom, Emily Goodell, Apple Valley News Now.
Thank you, Emily. And coming up next on Good Morning Northwest, the Country Music Awards were last night, and we have the night's biggest winners. We go over them after the break.
At Consumer Reports,
we're testers.
This organization accepts no advertising or sponsorship.
Since 1936.
Testing dishwashers, TVs, cars, vacuums.
We buy directly from stores, just like you.
Making sure products are safe.
And that they last.
Because we're advocates.
Engineers and scientists. We're testers. We're Consumer Reports.
Join us.
The holidays. And holiday trips. And holiday toys. And holiday bonding. And it all comes together in a Chevrolet.
Find your red tag. Get 1.9% financing on all 2024 Silverado 1500 pickups. Plus, get $3,750 total value on this Silverado when you trade in an eligible vehicle. See your community Chevy dealers.
Smoke City for Less is your one-stop shop in Kennewick, Richland, West Richland, Pasco, and Hermiston. It's time to start thinking of gifts for your friends and family. Smoke City for Less has all kinds of great ideas, like favorite character bags, trays, accessories, candles, and incense. And if your loved one is hard to shop for, get them a gift card so they can get what they want. Lowest prices and the largest selection of vape mods and the best batteries, tobacco products, kratom, and specialty products too. Check them out this season. Smoke City for Less. We smoke the competition.
Save through Monday with Bi-Mart's latest savings book, including select Pepsi brand 12-packs. Buy 2, get 1 free. Bi-Mart, saving our members more every day.
Owning a food truck was my dream, but my back and leg pain made every day a struggle. Then my personalized arch support system from the Good Feet store got me back in the picture.
Clinically proven to provide significant pain relief in only 4 weeks.
I'm back to being the best version of myself.
Get back in the picture. The Good Feet store. Book your free fitting at goodfeet.com.
She was lured to your apartment.
Judy is back in the courtroom with all new cases and only on Apple Valley News Now.
And I'm just getting started.
Judy Justice.
In front of millions of people.
Today at 4 on Apple Valley News Now.
The Krakens in L.A. to face the Kings, Saturday at 12:30 on MeTV.
Welcome back to Good Morning Northwest. So we're talking about next year's Coachella Music Festival because the lineup is officially out. So Josh, who is headlining?
First of all, I think you said it wrong. It's Coachella.
Coachella?
Yeah.
There we go.
Here's who's headlining. Lady Gaga, Travis Scott, Green Day, and Post Malone
Green Day
will be the headlines for the Desert Festival.
So other artists set to perform include Missy Elliott, Megan Thee Stallion, Charlie XCX, and Benson Boone.
This will be the 24th Coachella Festival to be held at the Empire Polo Grounds in Indio, California.
And it'll run for 2 weekends, April 11th through the 13th and April 18th through the 20th. And I like to say Coachella expensive because that's typically what it is. Those tickets, it didn't used to be like years and years ago, and now it's just, they know.
You wouldn't find this guy there.
Me neither, no.
Yeah.
Well, in more entertainment news, the 58th Annual Country Music Awards took place last night in Nashville.
Luke Bryan and Peyton Manning hosted the ceremony, and Lainey Wilson joined as co-hosts. There were a lot of performances like my personal favorite, Casey Musgraves, Luke Combs, Kelsey Ballerini, and Noah Kahn, among many others.
And we have a recap of the night's biggest winners. So the biggest award, the Willie Nelson Lifetime Achievement Award, went to George Strait.
Award for Entertainer of the Year went to Morgan Wallen, but he was not in attendance.
I love Morgan Wallen. Well, Single of the Year award and Song of the Year went to Chris Stapleton for his song White Horse.
Award for Female Vocalist of the Year went to Lainey Wilson, and New Artist of the Year went to Megan Maroney.
And I love that dress. She looks so good. Well, the award for Vocal Group of the Year went to Old Dominion, and Brooks and Dunn won Vocal Duo of the Year.
And last but not least, Album of the Year went to Cody Johnson for his album Leather.
And if you missed it but want to watch it, it will be available to stream on Hulu today. And we've talked about this before, Josh, but who's your favorite? Well, you said Casey Musgraves.
Yep, I gave it away.
I like the mainstream, the classics like Carrie Underwood. I love Morgan Wallen, Luke Combs, Beautiful Crazy. Such a good song. Love that one.
I liked Before He Cheats Too Much when I was like 6 or 7 years old. And my mom said, it is weird how much you like that song. So she made me not listen to it again.
That is my go-to karaoke song. So we'll have to karaoke that one day. Well, coming up next on Good Morning Northwest at 6:30, the storage facility fire in Kennewick that happened on Tuesday damaged a total of 6 units. One of the units had items that a local church needed for their upcoming big event. We hear from the owner of the unit in the next half hour.
Alice's birthday is coming up. We're in this comfy room in Triple Play Hotel so we can make plans without her hearing.
So we need a huge cake, a giant salad, and a good-sized mariachi band. Hold on a second. Does it seem a little dark in here for 2 p.m.?
Sorry, guys. Where I'm from, they didn't do birthdays. It's very exciting.
Triple Play has fun attractions for everyone, including bowling, a ropes course, and many more, all attached to a cozy hotel.
Life can be hard. With Culligan, your water doesn't have to be.
I felt like there was just no answers to get out of the anxiety and the depression that I had.
I was suicidal all the time, thinking about it nonstop, every day, every moment.
Depression and anxiety rob millions of us of our day-to-day lives, but nothing seems to pull you out of it. Introducing Neurostim TMS, Washington's leading provider of transcranial magnetic stimulation, or TMS therapy. At Neurostim TMS, we treat the root of the problem with a series of short daily treatments. Using a non-invasive magnetic field, TMS activates the natural function of the brain's neurotransmitters to improve mood and regulate emotion. TMS is not shock therapy. It's an FDA-approved, easy outpatient experience and covered by all major medical insurances.
There's nothing better than just being able to enjoy life again.
The treatment just completely, fundamentally changed my life.
Visit neurostimtms.com today or call to schedule your free consultation at any of our 12 Washington state locations.
Lose yourself in the magic of the most wonderful time of the year at Cirque Dreams Holidays. It's the perfect gift for the entire family.
Cirque Dreams Holidays, December 5th. Tickets on sale now at capitoltheater.org.
At Bruce Heating and Air, your comfort is our business. With over 30 years of professional HVAC experience for residential and commercial properties, you can rest assured your heating and air system is in good hands. In addition to providing quality heating, air conditioning, ventilation, and installation services, Bruce Heating and Air also houses a full-service sheet metal fabrication shop.
Through December 31st, receive rebates up to $1,850 off on a new Daikin Fit system when you finance through Bruce Heating and Air. Terms and conditions apply. See dealer for details.
The sale you've been waiting for is finally here. Black Friday is on now at More Furniture. Our showrooms are fully stocked with gorgeous furniture for every room in your home, all at massive Black Friday discounts. We've rolled back pricing in every department just in time for holiday entertaining. You'll find exactly what you need in stock, on sale, and ready for immediate delivery to your home. Black Friday starts this weekend at More Furniture, where everyone gets more for less.
A festive flight on Fly the Northwest. Apple Valley News Now at 6 Tuesday. This is Apple Valley News Now. Good morning, Northwest. On your side.
Good morning, everyone, and thank you for joining us for Good Morning Northwest. I'm Jessica Jalal.
And I'm Josh Colbert.
All right, Josh, it is pretty cold out there still. We had our first alert weather days. They're behind us. Not really today, but it's still, it just wakes you up when you walk out there, just the chill.
Yes, it's brisk out there, but thankfully the winds aren't nearly as big of a factor this morning as they were yesterday morning, because that can make the chill, well, it's called wind chill for a reason, so that can make the air have a little bit extra bite to it. But for this morning, we're just seeing temperatures in the 30s and 40s, winds not as strong. And we're in the 30s and 40s in the Yakima Valley, but more so around 40 degrees in the lower Columbia Basin and in the foothills of the Blues, although we have dropped off into the upper 30s in Walla Walla. Bottom line is all of us need a heavy jacket as you're walking out the front door for this morning. And again, just to kind of underscore the point that wind gusts not really all that terrific. Back to Walla Walla, part of the reason why it's so cold for this morning is that this portion of the foothills are socked in with some fog. So if you're commuting out that way for this morning, take it slow and use the low beams. We're also tracking some fog up in the Cascades. All right, right now we're seeing, looks like some showers are starting to increase in Morrow and Umatilla counties. Snow levels around 3,000 feet for this morning. They'll be raising up to 3,500 feet a little bit later in the day. So for today will be seasonal. It's going to be cool. It's going to be damp. And I just have to say it one more time, the winds aren't going to be nearly as big of a factor for today as they were for yesterday. I'll take you on a zone-by-zone look of today's forecast, and also I'll show you the rainfall surpluses that we're now running in some areas. We'll talk about that coming up in a few minutes.
Thank you, Josh. In a follow-up on the storage facility fire in Kennewick, investigators and people who own property at Garage Town returned after the fire destroyed 6 storage units, but it's also causing other damage. Our Monique Ledesma reports the aftermath of this fire is affecting a big event in the area.
Kennewick fire officials say at this point, the city's building official has given permission to the firefighters to make limited entry into the heavily burned portion of the units to ensure that there are no more hot spots. Kennewick Fire stayed on location the last 24 hours to make sure the fire stayed out. KFD says the building officials gave the owner specific instructions on the next steps they will need to take to repair the units and make them safe to sell again.
It did not appear there were any sprinklers in the building. There was a storage unit that appears it was constructed before any rules would have required it to have a sprinkler system in it.
Stephen Horst says he was at his storage unit when the fire broke out in the unit next door.
We did everything we could to stop it. It was looked like an electrical cord that sparked into some blankets that was close to something explosive, because within a minute it was beyond. We got hoses and tried to put it out, and it was within a minute it was beyond what we could do.
Horst not only owns a unit, his church unit is next to his, and he serves as the construction coordinator for the Journey of Bethlehem. It's an annual event that Kennewick Seventh-day Adventist Church hosts. Items for the big event damaged, some beyond repair. Kerry Fry is the pastor of the church, and he says when he found out about the fire, his mind started to race.
Go through the automatic, okay, number one, are we going to be able to do it? Number two, was anyone hurt? Number three, how much damage was occurred? We have a great team, and the team was working right until the last moment to get out as much as possible, and they're all safe, so that's the most important thing. But yeah, there was some serious concern on the part of our church family as to whether we would be able to move forward.
Horst says they were able to salvage some of the costumes, but they lost props, lights, and extension cords.
Unfortunately, we lost a lot of stuff. You know, but we're going to continue on no matter what. There's just no turning back. We're going to do it.
The Journey to Bethlehem will start December 12th and go on until the 15th of December. Reporting in Kennewick, Monique Ledesma for Good Morning Northwest.
Thank you, Monique. And the church says they aren't fully aware of how much they've lost so far, but they did work ahead this year, so important parts were out of the unit. And if you would like to help out with the event or attend, there is a link on our website, applevalleynewsnow.com. Now, more out of Kennewick. It's Aviation History Month, which celebrates the contributions that America made to the field, but specifically in training pilots for the war effort for World War II. Now, at Vista Field and at the Aviation History Museum in Pasco, Malin Bergstrom says the Aviation History Museum used to be the Naval Air Station Pasco Control Building. And Bergstrom says the base was the third busiest training base in the U.S. during World War II. The weather and inexpensive land played a big role in why the Navy picked this location.
They were able to train Navy pilots to fly 7 days a week, 365 days a year. So they logged hundreds of thousands of flight hours over the years that the base was in operation.
Bergstrom also says the building is 82 years old and that aviation history in the Tri-Cities dates back to 1926 with Flying Mail. And get this, in 2026, Pasco will celebrate 100 years of flying. Now, a Richland School District program is holding its annual turkey drive, and this is for families in need of support this Thanksgiving. This is a program of 26 RSD students, and 7 secondary schools compete in the non-perishable food drive. Community members are able to sponsor for the district, and this to purchase perishable items like the turkeys. Scott Pipo is a work-based learning coordinator, and he says not only is this for the community, but it also allows the students who rarely have an opportunity to be a part of civic engagement and a team.
The students feel really good about it. And kind of like I mentioned is individually, we can't all maybe do as much as we'd like, students, staff, families, but when we collaborate and work together, then it amplifies the impact on the community.
Nearly 200 families in the RSD community have been identified, and the students in the program are working hard to make sure the distribution runs smoothly and the baskets and turkeys are ready to pass out. And this Saturday at Chief Joseph Middle School, the students will be distributing the packages for the families in need. And there are still opportunities to get involved in donating, and you can find that information at applevalleynewsnow.com. Now, a Kennewick family who owns a community market on the corner of Clearwater and Keelan is looking to go above and beyond to keep the community warm, safe, and fed this holiday season. Now, Stephanie Sparks and her husband Marlondo are collecting anything from coats, blankets, and food by opening a limitless clothing closet. They say it's a way for those who don't have a lot to find something warm for the winter. And Sparks says her love of wanting to help others dates back to when she was a little girl.
I watched my grandmother
help people in the community who didn't have what we did. And we didn't have a lot. We just knew that whatever we had, we were going to make enough make it work for everybody. And so that was just something that I felt needed to happen here in this community.
And Spark says they only have 3 blankets left, so you can donate those items, especially blankets, at the Restoration Community Market on Clearwater. Limitless Clothing Closet is open Wednesday through Friday from 11 a.m. to 3 p.m. at the Limitless Restoration Church in Kennewick. Up next on Good Morning Northwest, NASA scientists are getting a rare glimpse at a new planet, and they say it's a baby planet, saying it's only a few million years old. And coming up, we have some cool-looking footage of that planet. That's right after the break.
Judy Justice.
And I'm just getting started.
Today at 4 on Apple Valley News Now.
Indulge in Legends Casino's seafood buffet experience. Discover a feast of premium crab legs, succulent shrimp, and an array of delectable ocean-inspired dishes. Elevate your evenings with Legends Seafood Buffet every Thursday and Saturday starting at 4 p.m.
The savings continue with Cascade Farm and Outdoors' latest mailer. Pick up a copy in store. All Ariat sweaters and hoodies are now $10 off. Wrangler Premium Performance Advanced Comfort Jeans are just $39.99. All Stanley feed pellets are 30% off. Find Cascade 50-pound bags of layer pellets for just $15.99. Plus, save on Purina Pro Plan bags of dog food. Store-wide savings are going on now at Cascade Farm and Outdoor.
In a world where every customer wins, only one event will completely change the vehicle shopping experience for Eastern Washington. The competition is fierce, but the rewards are all yours. Because when we push the limits, you drive away with more. This is an all-out battle for sales supremacy as all McCurley locations compete to provide you with the best experience, the vehicle you've been waiting for. Will you find your way home? Hurry in today and save big before the countdown ends.
Save on a new Subaru Crosstrek today during the 2024 Subaru Share the Love event from McCurley Subaru.
At Consumer Reports,
we're testers.
This organization accepts no advertising or sponsorship.
Since 1936.
Testing dishwashers, TVs, cars, vacuums.
We buy directly from stores, just like you.
Making sure products are safe.
And that they last.
Because we're advocates.
Engineers and scientists. We're testers. We're Consumer Reports.
Join us.
Every 19 seconds, someone in the U.S. is diagnosed with diabetes, but early detection and healthy habits can make a big difference. Learn more at AppleValleyNewsNow.com.
Diabetes Awareness Month, sponsored locally by Prosser Memorial Health. This is how we care.
Election night 2024 may be over.
Donald Trump will be the 47th president of the United States.
As the transition of power moves forward, stay with ABC News and Apple Valley News Now for the coverage you trust. Apple Valley News Now, on your side.
Next live, Law & Order's Maura Tierney, plus Thanksgiving family favorites, and Friday.
No joke. No joke.
Cher comes to live.
Today at 9 on Apple Valley News Now.
From Apple Valley News Now, First Alert Weather with Chief Meteorologist Josh Colbreth.
West. All right, let's take you on a tour of today's temperatures. We're going to start off it's today's forecast in general, but we're going to start off in Kittitas County, where highs are going to end up in the 30s and 40s, and also there will be that chance for wet weather throughout the day. It's going to be light winds overall as opposed to yesterday, in which the winds were a big-time factor. Then in the Yakima Valley, high temperatures getting up into the mid-40s. Also a chance of wet weather for today, light winds overall. And then in the lower Columbia Basin, we'll see temperatures that'll be mostly in the mid to upper 40s, although we could eke out maybe a 50-degree high temperature there in Hermiston. It's going to be damp out there for today. It's going to be gray, also light winds. And then in the foothills of the Blue Mountains, these high temperatures getting up into the 40s and 50s, more like 40s in the Blue Mountains. But it's going to be in the Blue Mountains in which we will see really the only wind gust on the map for today, gusting out of the south upwards of 20 miles per hour. And keep in mind that there will be a chance for snow today in elevations above 3,000 to 3,500 feet. Now let's talk about the big picture. First, we'll talk about the rainfall deficits that we are running right now, and not, that's me being a little cynical, because we do have some rainfall surpluses. Now, it's about 15 to 30% deficits for the valleys and for the foothills, but we're on par, if not about 5% above average for this time of the year in the basin. Their snowpack is in a very good position for this time of the season. We're about 30 to 40% above average in the upper Yakima Basin, but in the Natchez Basin and the Walla Walla Basins, we have double the amount of snow you would typically expect for this time of the year. We have triple the amount of snow you would expect in the Umatilla Basin.
All right, check this out now. So scientists are giving us a rare glimpse at a newborn planet.
The planet is only 3 million years old, considered a little baby in space.
A little tiny baby.
Yep.
So a report by astronomers say infant worlds are usually hidden by other debris, and a science team led by an astronomer at the University of North Carolina at Chapel Hill says it's the youngest planet so far discovered.
Researchers say the massive planet is still glowing from the heat of its formation. It's located in the Taurus molecular cloud, which is an active stellar nursery with hundreds of newborn stars.
I knew that, just kidding. That stellar nursery is some 430 light years away, and research on the new planet was published in the journal Nature this month. And NASA is always just discovering new things, and it's all exciting to me. I don't know.
It's a little scary, and also
Yeah.
for those of you who are about to bring a newborn into this planet, if you're thinking about a theme for a nursery, how about a stellar nursery? How about that?
Cute. Oh,
Yep.
that's cute with
Give me
stars
credit.
and everything.
Give me credit
Yeah,
if
give
you
me
do
credit.
that. Yep.
Well, coming up next on Good Morning Northwest, if you're someone who tries to board a plane before your assigned group, you're about to get reprimanded by a beeper. American Airlines is rolling out new technology that'll embarrass you the next time you try to cut in line. And we'll tell you all about it along with more of your top stories in the morning sprint.
And I just showed you some of the rainfall deficits and surpluses, and I'll show you how we can add on to those numbers over the next 48 hours. That's going to be coming up in a few minutes.
Smoke City for Less is your one-stop shop in Kennewick, Richland, West Richland, Pasco, and Hermiston. It's time to start thinking of gifts for your friends and family. Smoke City for Less has all kinds of great ideas, like favorite character bags, trays, accessories, candles, and incense. And if your loved one is hard to shop for, get them a gift card so they can get what they want. Lowest prices and the largest selection of vape mods and the best batteries, tobacco products, kratom, and specialty products too. Check them out this season. Smoke City for Less. We smoke the competition.
Babe, the dishwasher is broken. How are we going to get it replaced before the holidays?
Swing into Fred's Appliance for our Black Friday Super Sale and experience unbeatable deals on the largest selection of in-stock, get-it-today inventory in our region. The lowest price ever for a Bosch dishwasher, only $3.99 after rebate. These Bosch dishwashers offer quiet operation, advanced water efficiency, and a variety of cycle options to clean your dishes every time perfectly. At Fred's, we sell appliances. Only appliances.
These are real people seeking solutions to real pain.
I have plantar fasciitis.
My feet, my knees, hips, and back.
And then they were fit with Good Feet arch supports. Clinically proven. Significant pain relief in only 4 weeks.
I'm not feeling any pain. My heel, that's where I always feel it.
Pressure off your knees?
Yeah, actually. I didn't notice any pain in my back. I feel like I could walk all day in these.
Take back the life you love and book your personalized arch support fitting today.
It's Mattress Depot USA's November sales event.
Meaning no money down and no interest for up to 3 years on our best-selling mattresses.
Like a queen plush Sealy mattress for just $3.99.
Or an adjustable bed for just $9.99.
Or a king-size memory foam mattress for just $7.99.
Visit our showrooms or shop online at MattressDepotUSA.com.
But hurry, our November sales event ends soon.
Low prices every day. Mattress Depot USA.
Get this low mileage lease on this 2024 Cadillac Lyriq all-wheel drive luxury one for around $599 per month. Visit your local Cadillac dealer today.
The biggest mattress event of the year is on now at More Furniture. Get this 10-inch copper-infused Sleepmore Queen mattress for only $5.99. Get the 12-inch copper-infused or the 10-inch hybrid cooling Sleepmore mattress for only $7.99. Or for maximum comfort, get the 12-inch hybrid cooling mattress for only $9.99. No matter what choice you make, you'll get a free adjustable base, 2 free memory foam pillows, plus free shipping. Visit your local More Furniture showroom for a test rest today.
The Kraken's in L.A. to face the Kings, Saturday at 12:30 on MeTV. From Apple Valley News Now, First Alert Weather with Chief Meteorologist Josh Colberth.
Welcome back to Good Morning Northwest. We're seeing an uptick in showers now in Morrow and Umatilla counties, and we'll see more of this throughout the rest of today. We'll go ahead and put this into motion with Futurecast radar, and here's going to be like the first round that we'll have to deal with for today. But watch this. We start to get lulled into a bit of a dry spell as we head into the evening hours, 4, 5, 6 p.m. But that would be a false sense of dry complacency, if you will, as we're going to have another storm system, or at least another wave, another round of heavy rain and some heavy snow at times. And we'll talk about snow levels here in just a second. And then into tomorrow, you see, we're going to start to dry out again, kind of another one of those false senses of complacency could set in, because then we're going to have this next round of rain and then some snow once again. That's going to impact us starting around evening time. This one's going to be more centered along the Blue Mountains. So here are some of the water totals that we're expecting over the next 48 hours. This is subject to change, but we're thinking upwards of an inch for the Blue Mountains, upwards of 3/4 of an inch for the Cascades, but the same thing for the Yakima Valley and for the Lower Columbia Basin and for the Blue Foothills. So in those areas, getting some very beneficial moisture from the storm system. Not as much for the Kittitas Valley, as we'll be stuck between 1/4 to 1/2 an inch. Snow levels are going to be between 3,000 and 3,500 feet for today, up to around 5,000 feet overnight into Friday morning. That's really going to put a cap on how much snowfall we could see from this storm system, and then snow levels back down to 4,500 feet by Friday afternoon. So all that to say, snowfall totals going to end up being pretty modest over the next 48 hours, maybe just a few inches up in our Cascade passes, but probably less than an inch for our Blue Mountain passes, maybe a couple inches for Tollgate on Oregon 204, but that would be about it. And then we have this follow-up storm system into Saturday and Sunday. This one's looking much drier, probably not even getting over 1/10 of an inch of water in the valleys or in the basin. And yeah, the cold air and the moisture just not going to sync up well with this one either, as we're not expecting that much snow. Then we have a follow-up storm system into Monday and Tuesday. That one's also not looking that impressive, and high temperatures staying mostly seasonal over the next 7 days, albeit trending cooler as we head into next week. Here's the 7-day forecast for the Tri-Cities. Rain likely Thursday and Friday, turning drier and cooler for Saturday and beyond. Then in Yakima, the wettest day for the foreseeable future will be Friday. Then little shower chances stick around Saturday through Tuesday. In Ellensburg, similar to Yakima, a wet day on Friday, then persistent small shower chances Saturday through Tuesday. In Hermiston, wet weather likely for the next couple days, drier and cooler overall for Saturday through Wednesday. And then in Walla Walla, showers likely through Saturday, cooler with small shower chances sticking around for Sunday and beyond. Now let's head out to New York City to see what's ahead on Good Morning America.
Hey, I'm Lara Spencer, and in this morning's GMA First Look, we are taking you backstage right here at the CMA Awards, because when the artists receive that statue, their first stop is right here on GMA. Take a look. A favorite song of yours?
I just love great country music. It doesn't matter the artist, it doesn't matter their style, it doesn't matter what I cut. It's great songs. May the best song win, no matter what.
Let's talk about some of the winners tonight. Any surprises for you?
No, not really. Me. Yeah. I'm the surprise. Really? I was so surprised, yeah.
Because you really said that when you got up there. Do you remember saying that?
I'm dead serious. I was so surprised. I had so many people picked for this thing that I was the biggest surprise of this award show.
And coming up on GMA, we will have so many more great moments from backstage here at the CMA Awards, live in Nashville.
For people who feel limited by the unpredictability of generalized myasthenia gravis and who are anti-AChR antibody positive, season to season, Ultomiris is continuous symptom control with improvement in activities of daily living. It is reduced muscle weakness. And Ultomiris is the only long-acting GMG treatment with the freedom of just 6 to 7 infusions per year for a predictable routine I can count on.
Ultomiris can lower your immune system's ability to fight infections, increasing your chance of serious meningococcal infections, which may become life-threatening or fatal, and other types of infections. Complete or update your meningococcal vaccines at least 2 weeks before starting Ultomiris. If Ultomiris is urgent, you should also receive antibiotics with your vaccines. Before starting Ultomiris, tell your doctor about all of your medical conditions and medications. Ultomiris can cause reactions such as back pain, tiredness, dizziness, limb discomfort, or bad taste. Ultomiris is moving forward with continuous symptom control. Ask your neurologist about starting Ultomiris.
Now, the morning sprint.
Time is now 6:50. It's time for your 6 o'clock morning sprint. We're going to start off with your national news. There was no agreement from the House yesterday to release the report on former Representative Matt Gaetz. The House Ethics Committee has a 2-hour meeting to which majority voted not to release the report, which is an investigation of the sexual misconduct allegations against Gaetz. Gaetz was picked by President-elect Donald Trump to serve as Attorney General, and he resigned from Congress last week, which ended the ethics probe into him. Gaetz has repeatedly denied any wrongdoing, and there will be another committee meeting in December. A Utah judge has dismissed a wrongful death lawsuit filed by Gabby Petito's parents. The parents' attorney argued that Moab police mishandled the situation in 2021 after Gabby's body was found a few weeks after police spoke with her and her fiancé about a domestic violence incident. The judge says state law protects the police department from the lawsuit, giving officers immunity. The judge dismissed the case with prejudice, which means if appellate courts affirm the decision, the parents cannot file the lawsuit again. An atmospheric river could bring record floods in California today. It follows deadly wind and blizzard conditions from the historic bomb cyclone off the Pacific Northwest coast yesterday. The region is still recovering from the bomb cyclone. The National Weather Service in Medford, Oregon, says it's tied for the most intense ever in that location. And officials say 2 Seattle area women died due to falling trees, and forecasters say another bomb cyclone could develop along the atmospheric river tomorrow. In your business headlines, McDonald's has temporarily stopped selling espresso drinks at some locations because of a safety issue. The manufacturer of the $3,000 espresso machines informed customers of a problem with the equipment. McDonald's iced and hot brewed coffee aren't affected, and coffee is a large part of McDonald's business, with the chain selling nearly 8 million cups per day. A Texas-based skincare company, Drunk Elephant, is recalling some of their products because they could cause skin irritation. It announced the voluntary recall for the brand's Best No. 9 jelly cleanser and 2 of its face creams. The creams contain ingredients not listed and are missing preservatives, which may allow microbial growth. There is a form that customers must fill out, and they'll receive a prepaid label to ship them back for a refund and replacement. American Airlines is rolling out technology that shames those who cut in line during the boarding process. Passengers who try to board before their assigned group will set off an air beep, alerting the gate agent. The technology was tested over the last month in 3 airports, and there was positive feedback. This will go to over 100 airports and expand to more later on. And now we'll go to your top 5 local stories that you need to know this morning. Starting off, people who own property at the storage facility that went up in flames on Tuesday were able to return yesterday. 6 units in total were damaged, 3 from the fire and 3 from water and smoke. The Kennewick Fire Department says building officials gave the owners specific instructions on next steps they need to take in order to repair their units. The cause of the fire is still being investigated. The Yakima Humane Society is at full capacity, with every large dog kennel being full. The video on your screen shows just one of their runs, and each run looks the same. The society says they've had multiple animals dumped there this week, and if you've been thinking about adopting, now would be a good time at YHS. Plus, all large adult dogs over 40 pounds are 50% off during this month. Firehouse Subs in the Tri-Cities is reopening under new ownership. The Richland and Kennewick locations closed back in the summer. A location in Burbank will reopen next week, and the West Richland location will reopen next year. The new owner says the franchise will continue to support local first responders. And the Richland School District is holding its annual turkey drive, and this is for RSD families in need of some support. 7 RSD secondary schools compete in the food drive, and community members are able to sponsor to purchase the perishable items like turkeys. Nearly 200 families in the community have been identified, and the students in the program will pass out baskets and turkeys, and they'll be doing this on Saturday at Chief Joseph Middle School. If you want to donate, you can still do so, and you can find out how on our website. And a Kennewick family who owns a community market is helping the less fortunate this cold weather season by opening a limitless clothing closet. You can donate anything from coats, blankets, and food, although blankets are more dire right now as they only have 3 left. And you can drop off items at the Restoration Community Market on Clearwater. And the clothing closet is open Wednesday through Friday from 11 a.m. to 3 p.m. at the Limitless Restoration Church in Kennewick. All right, trending this morning, do you remember the banana duct tape to a wall that sold for 6 figures in 2019, Josh?
No.
Okay.
I don't, but it sounds ridiculous, and I believe it.
So it sounds bananas, right? Well, the viral banana artwork has sold again, and for even more this time.
Artist Maurizio Catalan's creation, and someone who makes something like that could only have a name like that. Titled Comedian, sold at Sotheby's auction in New York for nearly $6.25 million. It's one of the artwork's 3 editions.
Okay, it's titled Comedian, so I feel like he's just playing a joke on everybody. Well, shortly after the sale, Sotheby's revealed that Justin Sun, a Chinese collector and founder of a cryptocurrency platform, is the one who bought it. And Sun said in a press release, the piece will become a part of history.
As the winning bidder, Sun will receive a roll of duct tape and 1 banana, as well as a certificate of authenticity. And he will also receive official instructions for installing the work.
And Sotheby's confirmed the tape and banana are not the original ones from the artwork. Oh, how will we ever know, you know?
I feel like we're getting trolled, but also I know there are people out there with disposable income who do spend their money on that kind of stuff.
Like Justin Sun, I don't know. I guess I mean, it's titled Comedian. I think he is playing a joke on all of us.
But it's a joke. It's a $6 million joke with a $6 million punchline.
And some people, like,
I want to tell a joke
I don't know,
like
I guess they want to be a part of the joke, or I mean, it is historic now because it's
like you said,
bananas.
It's bananas. Bananas.
Yeah.
All right. Let's go ahead and take a look at some of the temperatures for this morning. 30s
That's
and 40s.
bananas too.
Yes,
Just
yes.
saying.
30s and 40s. Just be sure to bundle up as you're headed out the front door. Winds, not bananas this morning. They were yesterday morning, but now they are just, they're mostly light out there for the most part. Looks like some fog starting to seep down into the Kittitas Valley, and we're tracking some very thick fog right now in the foothills. Just went down to 1 statute mile in Pendleton. So in those areas, take it slow and use the low beams. We're tracking some showers, starting to see an uptick in showers now in Morrow and Umatilla County. Snow levels around 3,000 feet. They'll be up around 3,500 feet a little bit later today. So for today, it's going to be cool. It's going to be damp. It is going to be, well, we're going to have lighter winds. I just wanted to throw that one in there. So the bottom line for the forecast is that, yeah, we'll have a wet storm system for today and tomorrow, not nearly as wintry, an even drier storm system in a Saturday and Sunday, and then a repeat of that for Monday and Tuesday.
Thank you, Josh, and thank you guys for watching Good Morning Northwest. You can always find updates on our website, AppleValleyNewsNow.com.
Good Morning America is up next, and we'll be back with your local news and weather tonight at 5. Have a great day.
Bananas.